Hi everyone, I'm Kiv, your favorite degenerate, and today I'm going to be talking about Halo Infinite, and I mean, what else would I talk about? My hype for this game is pretty crazy, but I wanted to focus in on today the vehicles, because I love them, and other people have been doing their Inside Infinite breakdowns and stuff like that, where they talk about things for half an hour. Look, I'm not big on those sorts of things. I try to keep things short and sweet, keep everyone reasonably entertained while we talk about it all. So for today, I wanted to talk about the image that we got for the Warthog, which has good detail in it, and also the Banshees flying around, because I think there's a couple of things about the vehicle destruction that we can say which might be happening, but obviously all of this is a mixture of what 343 have said and the images that we've got. None of this has been confirmed or outright stated. It is my own thoughts. So with this image that we got for the Warthog, great graphical update compared to what we had previously. Big steps, and it's all been basically overhauled in the space of like 8 months or so. In the January Inside Infinite update, they were talking about how there are lots of different options for you to go about destroying vehicles, how there are different ways that you can do it, and it's not just the good old shoot at it until it's on fire and you're good. So I do like that, and I'm very happy that there has been some greater depth to it now. But here's something that not many other people are talking about. The fuel canisters on the back of the Warthog, the bright red ones that when you look at it, it's like, oh, how did I miss that? It goes back to the classic video game logic of if it's red, shoot at it and it'll explode. So that's what I think is going to be going on with different options for destroying vehicles. I think that would be pretty cool. Now, before you correct me in the comment section, I am aware that this design has been on the Warthog since Halo 4, so it's not a revolutionary change. It's just something that I think could play a part with what they are talking about with different ways to destroy vehicles. I certainly don't think if you shoot these canisters, it's going to make the whole Warthog explode. That's way too easy. And I don't know about you, but I don't see the Chief stopping over and picking up a jerry can and fueling up his Warthog. I'd love to see it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So because of that, I don't think that a fuel canister on the back is going to destroy a Warthog outright. It's a bit too exposed, and it's a bit too obvious as far as being able to take one down that easily. I think it'll damage Warthogs, and I think it'll basically be like a step one as far as taking down a Warthog. So that's something that you could use in your toolbox to help your team, and I think that kind of lines up with what they've been talking about in their Inside Infinite articles. On the negative side, simplicity works well for Halo. You don't want to overcomplicate things, and you don't want to have too many ways to destroy vehicles, because then they just become death traps, and no one wants to get in them. But from what they have mentioned, there are multiple ways, as in plural. You could go about it one way or another. So it's possible, and it would give a good explanation for a design change they made. Next up, I wanted to draw your attention to something that's nestled inside of the actual Warthog, and that's the suspension. At least that's what I think it is. It's that red mix that you can see between the tire and the back of the turret that is on the internal part of the Warthog. So my take on this, and my theory in all of this, is that you can take out a wheel by destroying that part. And because it's so nestled in there, you have to do it with an explosion, like how the Suicide Grunt did in the gameplay reveal from back in July. Because it's all the way in there, you can't just shoot at it with a normal gun, you have to try and get some kind of explosion to get past that, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for you to be able to just use a pistol or any other non-power weapon to be able to destroy Warthog tires, because then your Warthog becomes useless and no one will want to actually be in one. So that's why I think there needs to be an element of skill maybe even guns that have a small explosion like the Ravager might be able to be useful here in taking out tires and the suspension of a Warthog, slowing it down enough for you to be able to get a grenade on there. And so that will really make things very interesting, I feel, and give you a lot of options for how you want to go about things in Infinite for taking down vehicles. Now next, let's talk about the Banshee. So in this overall image, you can see that with the Banshees, they have lots of little bits and pieces added onto them. And it's all centered around where the engine exhaust is, I guess you could say. I don't know what to call it. I don't know Banshee technical terms. But with all of these new parts, I think that offers a lot of ways on how you want to destroy them and how the vehicle will be affected. So, like I mentioned in previous videos, if you shoot certain supports out, you might be able to force the Banshee to be able to pull to a certain direction. Now, I think that overall Banshees should have more health than what they did in 4 and 5, because they were just a bit too easy to take down in those games. I might regret saying that, but I think that they should have a system where if you get hit more, it makes it more difficult for you to keep flying, and that's where I think the Banshee sweet spot might just be. One of you had some cool ideas. Cadence, man, awesome ideas in basically you can destroy a vehicle to a certain point that it becomes unusable, so it forces the player to get out. So that's a cool idea, and it really kind of plays into the whole super soldier idea as well. So that's a cool thing that could happen. I don't know if it will, but I reckon that would be pretty sick. But I think that will wrap things up about there. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Apologize for talking for so long, but I wanted to make sure I got my thoughts across properly. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Feel free to go to town. I read all of them, and I'll see you all on the next one. I've been Kiv, and I'm out.